Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your July 2021 general reading. We're looking at the first 2 weeks of July from the 1st to the 15th. This reading is for the earth sign of Virgo. Hi everyone. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, any of the videos on my YouTube channel. Your likes, shares, support, feedback, comments, donations, reaching out for personal readings. All of it is greatly appreciated and it does make a difference. Thank you. So this reading is for the earth sign of Virgo for the first 2 weeks of July 2021. That's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Virgo. It's also relevant if you're cross-watching for a Virgo. It's a general reading, always going to resonate a little differently for everyone, so watch all of your signs for additional insight, perspective, points of view. If you find that any of it resonates with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, maybe take a deeper look at something for yourself or as a gift for someone else, click on the description link below, that little arrow for contact details for me, my email address, maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. Please feel free to email me directly. I can usually respond the same day with more information, and I do readings full-time. I do offer a wide variety of them, and it's all that I do, so I'm pretty diligent about timely scheduling. So I'd be delighted to hear from you if you're interested. All right, Virgo, let's see what the first 2 weeks of July have in store for you. I am using primarily the Deviant Moon Tarot, clarifying with the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot. I recently came back from spending some time, Virgo, in the French Quarter in New Orleans, so of course I had to get some new decks. The one I'm using primarily, the Deviant Moon Tarot, beautifully bizarre, strange artwork. I was quite drawn to it, which is always why I buy tarot decks, and I'm quite enjoying it quite a bit. And then the clarification deck, the Radiant Rider-Waite. Okay, Virgo, we begin with the King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, someone who manifests like this King of Truth, King of Information, knowledge, intelligence, well-spoken, pretty direct, makes a great attorney. With Justice. These two cards came out for your sister sign Capricorn as well, which I did 2 readings ago. The 8 of Cups. With Death. The 6 of Wands. With the 9 of Wands. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy is the 7 of Pentacles. I'm going to pull one more. And the World. A lot of similar cards to Capricorn. And I often find that when I'm doing the general readings, you know, for each element there's 3 signs, and I often, not always, but I often find a common theme in each 3 of the zodiac signs under the same element. And sometimes I'm tempted to just do the general readings by grouping them by elements, you know, earth, air, fire, water. But I never do because, you know, each zodiac sign is bookended by different other signs, so different elemental energies. And I always feel like there's, you know, different aspects that are specific to each sign that need to come out. So, all right. But I am seeing here a strong connection and a strong theme with the earth signs in general for the first 2 weeks of July. So, overall energy is the 7 of Pentacles with the World. So the 7 of Pentacles is a card of reflection, assessment, motives, taking inventory, taking stock, looking at what you have and trying to make decisions based on that. You know, 10s represent completion or a cycle ending, a cycle coming full circle. So the 10 of Pentacles would be the fulfillment of this suit, long-term stability and security, whether it's financial, material, emotional, or some combination of that. So taking a look at what you have invested in something. And with it is the world, successful completion, achievement, graduation, leveling up, moving on, reaching the top of a mountain, which perhaps has been very difficult to climb. But now you're at the top. You don't have to climb it again. We don't repeat grades we've already graduated from. So you're now surveying a whole new landscape full of different options and opportunities. So it looks like, Virgo, you are taking a look at what you have invested in something you have been working on or struggling with or fighting, probably for quite some time, and taking a look at the resources you have, which could be financial, material, emotional, friends, people, and figuring out, do I have enough to bring this to completion, to finish this, perhaps to win, because I do see justice and the Six of Wands, which is victory here. Do I have enough money to finish this out? Do I have enough, determination to finish this? What do I need to do in order to come to a successful completion of this? And then we have the King of Swords with justice. King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising, the King of Air. The elements of air governs our mind, mental energy, perspectives, belief systems, ideologies, truth, education, higher learning. The King of Swords is the master of that. Probably quite intelligent, if not well educated, a good communicator, very direct, very clear, very linear, practical thinker. Not prone to making decisions based on emotional impulsivity. And with the King of Swords is justice in the upright, something being karmically fair, something being based on what is right, what is true, what is real. There is an implication here, much like your sister sign Capricorn, that he is here in a positive position or a helpful position. Then we have the Eight of Cups with death. So the Eight of Cups is a card that represents turning away from something or walking away from something because it's not everything that you want, or it's not your wish fulfillment. Of course, the card after this would be the Nine of Cups, which is a card which represents wish fulfillment, getting everything you want, your cups overflowing with abundance. So here in the preceding card, the Eight of Cups, this person is turning their back on what the Eight Cups hold, whatever they represent. And because it's cups, which is governed by the element of water, which governs our emotional landscape, and especially with death, which represents a final ending and transformation, because birth follows death, just these two cards alone look like somebody who just is done with something, or wants to be done with something, or seriously needs a break. And it may be in looking at that, and then looking at the Seven of Pentacles and the world, it may be that part of what you're considering, do I have enough to finish this out, is, there's an implication here that whatever this battle or challenge is, whether it's a specific legal thing or in some other area of life, that it's been going on for quite some time. And you're really tired. We have here at the end the Six of Wands, which is victory, triumph, success after a battle, after achievement, public recognition, promotions, bonuses, moving up, winning. This is somebody who went off to accomplish something very difficult and has succeeded through a lot of trials and tribulations, and is now, coming back in and being praised and cheered because of that. With it, or underneath it, is the Nine of Wands, which is that wounded warrior card. This is a card of persevering through a lot of battles. In other decks, this card is often portrayed as a person who's, staggering along, wounded. He's been through a long battle, and there's still a little bit left to do, because tens, of course, are cycle completion. So this card can represent feeling tired, discouraged, wondering how to go on, wondering if you should go on, maybe even thinking about giving up. But it's all about perseverance here, because just like in other tarot decks, the Nine of Wands usually has an element of life. Things are beginning to leaf and then later on bud. So this is a card of persevering through many, many challenges. Again, Capricorn got this along with the Chariot, which implies how difficult the battle is, although I'm not seeing the Chariot here. So, and because it's underneath, the card that represents success and victory, again, it's an indication of how difficult this situation is and has been for you. And it's a card that represents, this is a combination of cards that represents, fighting for something and fighting for this victory and going for it, and just feeling so discouraged. Maybe there's one last hurdle or obstacle that's come up, but the only thing you need to do to finish completing this is get through one more card, which is that Ten of Wands. You're almost there. There's often an implication in the Nine of Wands. Don't give up. Don't give up in the last half a mile. Don't give up. All right, let's clarify. Let's clarify the Seven of Pentacles with the World. The Ace of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups. Do I have enough to finish what I started? Do I have enough to reach the end? Do I have enough money to see this out? If not, where am I going to get it from? The Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning, a practical new beginning. It can also represent money, new projects. The Eight of Cups, so we have the Eight of Cups twice here, leaving, walking away to find that wish fulfillment, to getting what you want. The Eight of Cups is somebody who's leaving the Eight Cups to go in search of that Ninth Cup. That's wish fulfillment, getting what you want. So here it's about, how do I get to this victory? How do I get to the energy of the World card, the Six of Wands? How do I get that? This is what I've invested in it so far. How much further do I have to go? How much more do I need to come up with? Money, determination, strength, hope, all of those things. Or should I just give up? There's kind of an element here of, Virgo, of being in a war, actually. Whatever the battle is, and that's going to vary for some of you in different areas of your life or in different intensities. It's kind of like, I want to win the war, but there's all these battles in the war. Some you win, some you lose, but you have to kind of go through them to get to the finish. And the process of going through them, perhaps you've suffered some losses and lost some of the battles on the way to trying to win this war. And again, it might be a war in an actual civil thing, a legal case. It just might be the point that you're at in your life that you just feel like, you keep struggling and struggling and struggling. But it's like, do I have what it takes to complete this path that I'm on? I mean, it could even be in work and career where you're reaching for whatever is your brass ring, your Six of Wands, your victory. It just feels like you've hit a point now where you just kind of, maybe you need to take a bit of a breather, because with the Eight of Cups and Death, it's like, oh my gosh, can I just be done with this? Or should I just walk away? Of course, there's always that implication that if you want the victory, you're going to have to struggle through, Because I can guarantee you, you will miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, right? Let's clarify that King of Swords. In Capricorn's reading, the King of Swords was in a helpful partnership or some kind of helpful position. Let's see if it's, whoa, too many cards. If it's the same for you, Virgo. The Six of Wands, again, victory. The Seven of Swords, something being hidden or concealed, somebody not talking about something. The Knight of Wands. So this looks like somebody very quickly moving to do something behind somebody's back in order to achieve victory. Now, in a legal situation or a legal case, Well, I mean, even there, it could be a variety of different things in a general reading. But this is somebody moving quite quickly to do something that they're not talking about yet, in order to achieve victory. Could be something underhanded, but I still feel like it's positive. Let's clarify justice, which comes with the King of Swords. Justice. The Hierophant, convention, tradition, the establishment, institutions. Pretty strong legal element here. The Ace of Wands. A new beginning, a new idea. The Devil. I'm going to pull one more. And Temperance, two opposite ends of the spectrum. A complete and total lack of balance because there's obsessive energy here, and Temperance represents being balanced. I still believe that this King of Swords is in a positive position for you. I mean, in a legal situation, it might be somebody who's on your team or your lawyer and mediator or something of that sort. It looks like there's some perhaps new aspect of this or new idea that they're going to act on rather quickly in the hopes that that will bring about a victory. It might not be, because I still feel like this has a ways to go, so it might not be a victory in sense of winning the whole war, but a victory in terms of one of the aspects of this or one of the battles of this. And again, that's kind of more of a look at it from a legal and a specific legal situation, but it could be in any aspect of your life. In relationship, although it might combine different aspects of your life too. Could be in work and career, something that you're trying to do or trying to manifest, particularly that has something to do with money. Whatever the challenge itself is, it's extreme imbalance. If you're actually struggling against another specific individual, their energy is really toxic and obsessive. But it feels like this King of Swords here is determined to do what's fair, to bring about justice here. Perhaps by acting rather quickly with some information or some new tactic that they're going to bring out at the last minute. That's kind of what I'm getting. Clarify the Eight of Cups. A lack of fulfillment, leaving to find your fulfillment. The Nine of Swords, stress, anxiety, worry, fear of an unknown future. What if this happens? What if this doesn't happen? The Nine of Wands again. Oh my goodness. So much stress, anxiety, worry, death again. The Five of Swords, a hard-won victory. I feel like you know, this could be a challenge in something you're trying to accomplish in terms of, I don't know, going through college, getting a degree, trying to get a promotion. I don't know. It could be something like that. But I have to tell you that there's these cards and there's this element of energy that feels like you're actually fighting against something specific. Not just that you're trying to do something which is difficult, but that you're actually fighting something, fighting another individual, maybe in court, maybe not in court, fighting a company or a business, fighting the establishment in some way. Of course, general reading, whatever that is going to vary, but and it's been long and it's been hard and you're still not done yet. But this feels like a point where you just need to, like, you need to, I don't know, you need a bubble bath and a massage, right? Like this feels like you need to take maybe a temporary break because it's so overwhelming. It may be that just when you thought you were moving along in the right way, something else has come up. And whatever that something else has come up, you're just like, oh my gosh, yet another thing I have to deal with. How long is this going to take? That's kind of what I'm getting. Just a sense of like you really need to, I don't know, a mini vacation or something. Clarify death. Like you just want this to be done, right? You just want this to be done. You want to walk away death, the Five of Swords, you know, conflict, and just want it to be done. You know, in my own life, this energy feels like, you know, those times where we're trying to get through something or deal with something, or maybe you're going through a bad divorce or something, and you just reach a point one day because of something that comes up, whether that something is big or little, and you just have to go in your room and slam the door and punch the wall and walk around muttering to yourself and cry and take a nice long nap until it kind of passes, right? Clarified death. I'm not trying to trivialize it. This looks like this looks like a long battle. The Five of Wands, conflict, arguing, going around the same thing over and over and over again, drama, pettiness. Yeah, you're tired. I feel like you're tired and discouraged, Virgo. Clarify Six of Wands, victory, recognition, winning. The Lover is a relationship at a crossroads. Here we have justice, justice twice. Victory in how a relationship works out, or decisions around a relationship, or decisions. Again, this can be a variety of things. It could be like a divorce situation, and divorce means that, you know, a lot of divorces, you're haggling over many different things: money, property, kids, custody, alimony, child support, all of those things. I mean, it could be that a decision needs to be made that has nothing to do with divorce or anything like that. A decision needs to be made, or, you know, you're wanting to have a victory. You're wanting justice to prevail here. You're wanting the right thing to prevail here. And regardless of whether it's about a primary relationship, it's going to significantly affect a primary relationship. Whether that's a husband-wife, sometimes the Lovers can come up for parents and kids, or it can represent something that you're going through now that's connected to a past relationship you had with someone, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. Yeah, you want justice to prevail here. Justice needs to prevail here. Clarify the Nine of Wands. The Three of Pentacles, teamwork, collaboration, compromise, negotiation. Seven of Cups, multiple options, opportunities. The Emperor here, who in a courtroom drama would be the judge. And this is the source of the Nine of Wands, is feeling discouraged and wondering if you have what it takes to keep going. Again, I feel like you just hit a bit of a wall. Maybe your saturation level has been reached. This looks and feels very much, Virgo, like, you know, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to, I know sometimes as readers have a tendency to repeat ourselves to try and keep the continuity of the reading connected. And I don't want to do that more than I feel is necessary. It just feels like you hit a wall. Something else has come up. And, you know, just tired, wanting to be done. And a lot of fear about an unknown future, because here it feels like I don't know how this is going to work out. If the decision on how this is going to work out rests on one individual, you don't know what they're going to decide. It could be this, it could be that. There might be some days where you feel really positive about it, and some days you think it's just going to be the worst thing ever. You know, it's not knowing here. Okay, I'm just going to stop there. We're already at 24 minutes. Just ask for any advice, guidance, final messages for Virgo. Just one card. Any final message for Virgo? Well, that was clear. Jumped right out of the deck. Seven of Wands. Defensive, guarding. This is defensive, guarding. This person has invested a lot in this. You have the Seven of Pentacles, too. You've invested a lot in whatever this is. This is a card of not conceding, of not backing down or giving up, not quitting. This is a card of staying the course and continuing to fight the fight. It couldn't be more clear, regardless of what the challenge is and the specifics of your life, Virgo. For those of you watching this, Spirit's telling you don't give up. I mean, you can. Free will, free agency, right? But the only way to have victory is to not give up until you win, right? No matter how long. And I think here, I think you need a little bit of indulging or pampering or something like that here. You know, I think you need a bit of recuperation and recharging here. Okay, Virgo, those are your messages for the first 2 weeks of July. Not sure if I can say I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, it looks like you guys are going through a bit of a tough time, like quite a bit of a tough time. But I hope that this was clarifying for you. Spirit wouldn't be telling you to keep on this if there wasn't a reason for it. So I hope in that sense it was helpful. Again, if any of it resonated with you, you'd like to reach out for personal reading, click on that description link below for contact details. Email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be most happy to hear from you and to work with you. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the July mid-month readings. Stay safe and well. Be strong. And I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.